Hello, Sue back with our next crafty make, so our poetry themed one, and this week it's inspired by the poem Tiger Tiger by William Blake. So this is all about the kind of vibrancy of the tiger. So I'm going to show you how to create this collage, and particularly this kind of lovely sort of furry stripy effect on the paper, which you can then cut up and create these interesting kind of tiger shape. Okay, so you will need some paper. So preferably some white paper so that your colours stay quite true. You're going to need some watercolour paint. Ideally, you can use acrylic or watered down acrylic or watered down poster paint. If you've got watercolour, that's great. Paintbrush, some scissors and some glue. So first of all, you are going to create yourself a sheet of stripy fur so that you can cut up and make your tiger. So the way you do this, get yourself some water. Now take your orange and make it as wet as possible. Now you don't have to worry about being really neat. In fact, if you have some areas that are dark and some areas are light, and you basically want to cover as much of the sheet of paper as possible, because then you'll have lots of material that you can make a tiger. You can make lots of different tigers. So this is great if you're doing this with small children because they can have fun with it. Now what you want to do is to add your stripes whilst your orange is still wet. Now the reason you do that is because you get these lovely kind of blend-ins of the black, and it gives it much more of a furry effect. I'm going to take, so you see here I've got a slightly thinner brush, and I'm just going to, so again, not worrying too much, different lengths, but you see how it starts to fluff out. It's really nice effect. And that's all you do. So again, great for any age. They can create these lovely kind of effects. So you let that dry. Once you've let that dry, so this part is dry, so I'm just going to show you. You start just cutting yourself out. Now as long as it's got a body, a head, some legs, it doesn't really matter what the shapes are. I mean, tigers generally have sort of squarish hook jaws and heads, so I've just cut this sort of triangular shape here. I've cut a longish rectangle for here, a tail. So you can just chop up, have fun with this. So again, it's really playful. So something like that for the body. And I've just got a piece of green paper here. And you can start gluing. I'm just going to cut that for the head. So you don't have to worry too much. You can use every bit. I mean, I've got a little bit of white on there, but that's absolutely fine. And it's the nice how you can kind of arrange things. You can have him dancing or leaping and stuff like that. And once you've cut out all the bits you want, you just glue them onto your paper. Now if you want to create like leaves and things like that, you can just cover your paper in some green paint, maybe add some black stripes for the veins of the leaves, or you can use bits of wrapping paper that you've got. You know, you can really mix up the mediums and create yourself a kind of jungly effect. And that's our tiger for this week's poetry theme. See you next time. Bye. Cool.